Khemis, how are you doing?
I'm okay. How are you,
Awesome.
Ralph?
I'm doing
Nice.
amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks
Thank
for
you
coming
for
in. I really appreciate it.
thank you for inviting me too. Yeah.
Awesome. First of all, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you very
tell us
much.
what happened recently.
I got my red seal, but that is after doing my level two
Mhm,
CCW.
mhm,
Initially I did my level one
yeah.
CCW level one after I finished my pre-apprenticeship with building up. That was in 2019 December.
Mhm,
Then I joined La Una 506 at the training center. That's when I did my level one. So between between 2020 and 2023 January, I was on site doing my apprenticeship hands-on,
mhm.
and after that I was eligible to do my level two, which I came back and did, and I passed my level two, which entirely like focuses on machine operation. So like 50% of level two is basically on machine operation. So it's like an added value to me, and I feel now more valuable to the companies that will be employing me in the future. I have now more tickets. I'm more confident now. I know what I want more than ever, and I feel I'm on the right track. And with the support of building up, there's words can't express how I feel about building up, because they've been supporting me all the way. And the first time I had they still support even the alumni of building up, I was so surprised. I'm like, I was like, this is not whoever told me. I think it was Yeti who told me, yeah. And I was like, no, you're lying. You guys can't go that far. Yeah, but now seeing is believing, and I can't believe you guys are still supporting me even after leaving building up. It's an honor, and building up has now become a family to me, and it's a part of my life in Canada, and I'll live to tell the story to my family when they come over.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much. Recently I had a conversation with my cast management team, especially Shanice, Yeti.
Yeah.
They were
Yeah.
so excited and they were so happy about the news. And
Yeah.
you have no idea. Any message to them?
Yeah, I would message of thanks to Yeti, Shanice. Though Shanice wasn't my case manager, but in particular, Yeti was my case manager. But at building up, everyone is your case manager, no matter who you're assigned to. So for me, it was a privilege to join building up, and 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 I know why they're so happy, because me, when I joined building up, I was a refugee, and now I'm a protected person, and now with the red seal, now with level two, yeah, they can they've seen me grow, and I think that's the reason they are so happy for me. And the other thing, it's always a good thing to see where you sowed your seed. So I think them seeing me at one, and now they're seeing me like rising up and growing to 10 is really a testimony. And I think it's for them, it's a win-win situation for them, because they are working, and they are seeing the fruits of their efforts, which is a very good thing. And I've never been to an organization that is so inclusive, like building up, and that's why whenever I'm invited, I don't turn down any invitation, because that's home for me. That's home. Yeah, that's home. Yeah. Yeah, because when we come over to Canada, we don't have like relatives. We alone. Like most people always ask me, "Are you with family here?" And I'm like, "I'm alone." But with building up, I always remember I have a family away from home. So just like I said when I was awarded, building up gives me a sense of belonging, and it's become part of me. Building up has become part of me. But one thing I want to say is preparation is very important. That's why the Scouts motto is one of the most important mottos in the world. So the fact that building up prepared us for our apprenticeship and our trainings at La Una 506 and the hands-on we always do before we join we join the training centers. The hands-on we always do with building up, like on sites, on different sites, is really prepared me. Like for me, my background was not construction because I was in sales and marketing when I was back home. So now joining construction was like something new to me, but building up really shaped me, and I feel building up shares a bigger chunk of my success. So the rest was like an icing on a cake, but building up did the spade work. I feel I feel building up is the real deal, and no doubt about that. I can't hesitate to say that.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
yeah,
Really appreciate it. I
yeah,
mean, just like what you said, we're trying to build a family here, and
yeah,
you're the perfect case of what we're trying to do. That's why, like you said, that's why we're so happy about this, right?
yeah, yeah. Everyone is happy, even when I talk. Though I've not talked to Tara, but when I talked to Obi was so happy for me. You too, you're so happy. Yeah, yeah, and the other thing that I don't want to forget is whenever when they were saying when they were sending us off to the training center, they always reminded us that we are representing building up. So whenever I'm on site, I always remember that, because I always want to perform, because when I don't perform, then the next building up apprentices
Right.
won't be given the chance. So
Exactly.
for
Yes.
yes, so for me, that is, I always keep that in the back of my mind, knowing that I have to pave way for the other building up alumni to join the training center, and with all the other apprentices that came from building up alumni, they are performing very well. They're performing very well.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I can
You know,
tell.
that's why we invite you over as a mentor at the same
Yeah,
as a, ambassador of a building
yeah,
up.
yeah,
We always appreciate that.
yeah.
And if you could share your wisdom or give us any comments to the new trainees or alumni out there, what it could be.
Yeah, to the new trainees, I want to tell them that no doubt they're on the right track, and they should have grit. Grit is helps them to have the consistency, and there is a saying that there is a saying that if you're looking for something and you arrive at it, they stay there. If you hang around, they say there's a saying that says that hang around the barber shop, soon enough you'll get a haircut. So
Yeah.
building up is the barber shop. They will get the best haircuts they've ever dreamed of.
Mhm.
So for me, basically they shouldn't be worried of their skill set. Most of the things that has really made us successful as building up alumni are very simple things, as into reporting on time,
Mhm.
being there every time, being reliable, because there are a lot of absenteeism on sites. So whenever you're present, you're deemed reliable by the companies you work for. So that's one of the most important things. And the other thing is building a good relationship, building rapport with the people you work with, because for me now that takes me to networking, because for me now I want I hardly go back to the union to go on the list. Most of the jobs, even now, that the job I'm doing right now, I was invited by my cohort that I worked with. So I've been invited like 3 times by my cohorts.
Wow.
That is how good networking is. And when
Perfect.
now I'm working with structure, but everyone is asking me, is like, oh, is it you that Shane was talking about? Shane was my former cohort at a different company, different site, but he's laid the ground for me now, because now everyone knows me as a performer, because he's told them he's a worker, he's a performer, he knows what he wants. So you just get to the company, they don't even have to talk to ask you how good you are. Already you have someone who has done the spade work for you. And this is the third time now I'm being invited by my cohort. So networking is very important. It's not necessarily with the business reps, but with the people you work with too. The relationship you have with the people you work with too is very important, because when they go to a different company and the project runs out here, they will invite you to join them in a different company, which is very important. So, and when I came to Canada, one of the things that I continuously had was networking. So they consider networking as one of the good things that someone should really take over. So for me, networking has worked for me, and now I hardly go on the list. I promise you, I hardly go on the list. When I know the project is running out, I just start making them calls. But this one, the one I'm on now, I didn't call anyone. The guy just called me and invited me that, you know what, you need to join me to this. You need to join me at this company. And the first week was very good, because everyone else I worked with was like, the one of my foreman is called Kyle. He told me, you're going to be a very good addition to our company, which is a good feedback. And the other thing I want to advise the apprentices, especially for building up, you should know, when I was at the training center, I remember one of our instructors told us, his name is called, he's Joe, though he left the training center now, he's no longer with the training center. He advised us, when we are working with our foremen, we should babysit them or pamper them. So, but babysitting is not like doing everything they want you to do. If it's safe, you do it. If it's not safe, don't do it. But babysitting means you have to think ahead of the foreman, of what the foreman wants you to do. And that if you make work easy for the foreman will always be your best friend, and you know what it means, the foreman being your friends. He will teach you everything. He will teach you. But if you're not in good relationship with the foreman, then I think he will be hesitant on most of the things. But and that's why you can easily learn lots of things, be a lead man. And and the other thing, you're always in the good books of the foreman. Even when the foreman is going to a different side, they'll always ask for you, because the other advice is the same advice I got from Joe, also saying that your job security is you. The reason we do all that is because we are our own job security. Yes, when you and in fact, I once told Tara that I told her that I remember those days when we used to like visit different units in those condos I'm like, we get to meet different people. I'm like, but this is so good because that teaches you how to relate to different people from different backgrounds. So relationship building too is a very important thing. So now that when you get to the site and your relationship is good with your cohorts, with the supervisors, with the foreman, it tells a lot about you, and it helps you go to the next job after this is done, because the kind of jobs we do, they are not permanent, they're temporary. Then today the project is done, you gotta move to a different one. But if you build a good network and a good relationship with the people you work with, then it keeps you going. You don't have to go back to the list. So I think those are some of the few advices I would give people who are joining the training center or who are joining the union.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's absolutely amazing to hear your story. Unfortunately, we don't have time. I would love to hear all
Yeah,
of
yeah, yeah, yeah.
we could go over
I'll
nights.
yeah, I'll keep on coming back. And my story it was very funny because I don't know, when I was joining building up, I think I was, because I wasn't because my status wasn't and building up wanted like permanent residents or citizens.
Mhm,
We joined for us we joined as refugees.
mhm, mhm.
And because of building up, you have to know this, because of building up, we were let in by the union, and
Oh,
we never disappointed. So the union kept on sponsoring us, helping us,
that's
till
great.
we got protected by the government of Canada. So, and it was never hard of to join the union when you're just a refugee. So for us, our story, me, Tony, and Ezra, was a different story.
Mhm,
And I think it was because of our performance from building up to the
mhm.
union to, yeah. So now there's no way I can say building up is out of this. They will always be part of it.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah,
I mean, all of us, we're so happy to hear that you got the red seal, and then
yeah,
it's just as like it's a family. It's a family
yeah,
celebration, right?
yeah, yeah. It
Definitely.
is.
Mm,
Yeah, and it's not an easy one, because construction needs a lot of mental endurance. So it's
mhm.
not about only the physical, it involves even the mental, the mental, your mentality, your attitude, everything. So you have to keep your calm all the time. So and the training center has been so good to us, and in immeasurable ways. So in unimmeasurable ways. So
Yeah.
I
Again, thank you so much for your story, and then we're so happy for you, and
yeah,
definitely we're gonna have a invitation to you for the next meetings to
yeah.
training center. It'd be nice to share your story in person.
Yeah. Sometimes I'm like, I'm sure, sometimes like I have like lots of things to share, but sometimes I forget them. Yeah, but once in a while I always want to chip in and just
Mhm.
share my experience. But it's been a long journey for me, and see where I am now. So
Exactly, exactly.
and getting the red seal is like is like it's like an icing, an icing on the already on the cake already. The building up gave me already. So
Awesome. Thank you so
yeah,
much.
yeah,
Khemis, again, congratulations, and we'll
yeah.
person.
Thank you very
And
much. Yeah, and you guys, thank you for the support. Thank you very much to Tara, the directors, everyone. Yeah,
for sure, I'll share
yeah,
this, and then I'm sure they'll be super excited to see you.
yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you too. Bye.
Okay.